Do you want to increase brand awareness, attract new patients immediately and consistently, and become the go-to practice in your community? Then learn how to do ground marketing. That's what I'm going to be teaching you in this series. Let's dive in. Ground marketing for specialists. Orthodontics and beyond is the prosthetodontists, the periodontists, and so forth. Now, this has been a long time coming, this episode, and I've received quite a bit of asks for a specific episode on this, and I'm excited to bring it to you and also dive deeper into it in the ground marketing course. Now, this is going to be part one of a two-part episode because there's so much information, but at the same time, actionable instructions and information that I want you to have in mind, I want you to do, and I want you to see the results, okay? Because they're reliable. It's fantastic results. So let's dive into it. Ground marketing for specialists. Now, if you're a specialist, you're not selling a cleaning, you're earning a trusted referral. General practices, they attract direct walk-ins, but you attract alliances. The ROI doesn't come from a flyer, it comes from a clinician's trust, maybe a mom's word of mouth, or a school's endorsement. Now, what I need you to understand is you need to micro niche the target with military precision. So there's a lot of wrong ways to do this that we've been seeing. And the wrong way is like, hey, let's market to everyone in the neighborhood, kind of market like a general dental practice, right? That's the wrong way. The right way, you want to segment, rank, rotate, and personalize. Specialists don't need a mass appeal. They need hyper-qualified access. Your audience isn't the whole community. Your audience is the decision makers who influence the decision makers, okay? And the microenvironments where specialty symptoms emerge. Remember that. Go for the decision makers who influence the decision makers. Now, here's how we're going to do this. Step one, build symptom-based segments, not just demographics. So don't just think who the patient is. Think what life stage or symptom triggers a referral. And I'll give you an example of this. Let's just say the specialty is ortho, right? The core symptom or the nudge would be crowded teeth or the age where they need braces. And the hidden trigger would be, hey, PE class, mouth guards, right? School photo days, dance studios, speech therapy, things like that. If you're doing endo, the core symptom would be toothaches that won't go away. The hidden trigger environments, those would be in ERs, urgent cares, pharmacies. If you're doing perio, gum bleeding or bad breath, right? That's the core symptom or nudge. The hidden trigger environments would be hygiene chairs, diabetes support groups, prenatal care. If you're doing oral surgery, wisdom teeth or pain swelling would be the core symptom nudge. And the environment where these triggers could be found would be in college health centers, athletic trainers, or general practices. A good way to do this is create a referral signal map. And there's one in the ground marketing course. I created it for you. All you got to do is just download it. It's the template. And you want to create a referral signal map for each specialty that ties a symptom. And then it goes to the environment. And then you'll have the key contact person. Now you fill this out, right? It's a clear guide that helps you spot where patients with specific problems are most likely to show up and who sees them before they reach you. Good example of this is like, let's just say a third grader breaks their shoelace every time they run. The PE coach sees it happen, not the parents, right? So if you're selling super strong shoelaces, who should you talk to first? The parent or the PE coach? The PE coach, right? Not every parent in town will know what's happening to the shoelace, but the PE coach will bring it up to the parent and say, hey, your kid's shoelaces are always breaking. They need these super strong shoelaces. Parents going to say, okay, make it happen, Captain. And that's how you do it. So you want to go to the PE coach. That's the same thing with the referral signal map. You are going to identify symptoms and then say, okay, where would these symptoms live? What's the environment that these symptoms live in? And then you name the environments, right? Hygiene chairs, ERs, pediatric checkups or mom groups, PE classes, college health centers, diabetes support groups, right? Alcoholics Anonymous support groups. It's just all these locations. And then you want to have a key contact person in that referral signal map. And then that's how you know who you need to start influencing. Now, that is all found in the ground marketing course, so you can just download that if you want, the referral signal map. So that's step 1. Step 2 is you want to create the sphere of influence map. So not every location is equal, so don't waste effort equally. Please remember that. Not every location is equal, so don't waste effort equally. Use this ranking system to segment by refer strength. We created a sphere of influence map. It's found in the ground marketing course. Same thing, you can just download it. Boom, it's right there for you. But this is how it looks. You want to have a rank, a type, and why they matter. So let's just say tier 1 is primary referrals, and the type is GPs, pedos, ER physicians. And why they matter? It's because they give you direct, high conversion referrals. Boom, perfect, awesome. Tier 2 could be gatekeeper influencers. Those are school nurses, hygienists, coaches. And why they matter is because they see symptoms early, trusted by parents. Okay. And then tier 3, visibility builders. That's local gyms, mom groups, hair salon studios, or just salons. And why they matter? They amplify awareness and community trust. You want to log this into a spreadsheet with the following columns. It can say contact name, title, influencer tier. Remember, tier 1 would be the best. The visit cadence. I want to visit them bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly. Personalization angle. The last visit note, meaning like what did you see on the last visit? And then the referral results. This is called the sphere of influence. Now, this is found in the ground marketing course as well. All you got to do is just download it and boom, you got to fill it out, your sphere of influence. And that's it. So create these 2 things first and foremost. Create your symptom-based segment, right? Your referral signal map. That means, okay, what are the symptoms? Where do those symptoms live? What environment am I mostly going to find these symptoms? And who's the primary contact person I need to contact? It can just be the title, right? It doesn't have to be their name yet, the title. Now, once you created that, create the sphere of influence, right? And that means, okay, who's most likely to refer immediately? Then after thinking of that, think of, okay, what are other hurdles I have to go through to get a referral for my ideal patient? Meaning, okay, hygienists or coaches or school nurses, they're super trusted by parents. So I have to work with them differently as opposed to ER physicians and GPs, because those can be direct referrals. Other ones are more handoffs, and then visibility builders are more, I guess you can say, like social trust, right? They amplify awareness and community trust. So that would be like mom groups, local gyms, and things like that. And that would be the sphere of influence. So now you have a good idea of who you can contact immediately, your ideal target, where they live, all that stuff. And at the same time, who has the highest influence, meaning who can directly influence, send you referrals, and then who can kind of just create brand awareness, which is just as beautiful and great, but you're not going to get immediate responses as opposed to like a ER physician compared to a mom's Facebook group, right? Or a local gym. But you have that information. Those are the first 2 steps. Step 3 is heat map the hyper-local opportunities. Now, you might hear this quite a bit. Heat map, geo-zoning, but I'm going to break it down for you a little bit more simple. You do want to use geo-zoning like a campaign strategist. So that means just plot your city or zip code into hot zones based on proximity to your practice, concentration of your ideal patient or gatekeepers, density of referral-rich environments. But here's how I'm going to make it simple, because this is how it was explained to me as well earlier on. Make a map of your best spots. Remember, think like someone who's running for president. They don't just talk to everyone at random. They go where the most friends are. So this is what heat mapping and geozoning is all about. Draw a map of your town or zip code. Color in hotspots, the places with the best chance of helping your practice. That means close to your office, only a short drive away, lots of people you want to help or people who can introduce you to them, places that can send you more patients. Those are the 3 things you want to remember. Here's a good example. Let's just say an orthodontist in Austin made 3 special zones. Zone A has 3 schools, 2 dance studios, 1 pediatric dentist. Zone B has 2 pediatric doctors, 1 local children's center where, let's just say it's like a gymboree. And then there's one mom's group. Zone C has 5 places that don't send a ton of patients, but are still good for making friends, like gyms, daycares, and the ER. So every worker or everybody in your team picked their zone and kept visiting those spots to make friends and tell people about the practice. That's what you want to do. That's how it looks. And here is an image of how that would look. Super simple. If you're on YouTube, you can easily view it. If you're listening on the podcast, feel free to watch it on YouTube. The image is right there. You can screenshot it if you'd like. And your practice is in the middle. Zone A is to the left. You see how close Zone A is? And it has 3 schools, 2 dance studios, 1 kid dentist. That would be the red zone. So that's like, man, that's the one we got to nurture. Zone B is 2 doctors, 1 YMCA group, 1 mom group. Delegate that to another person in your team, right? Or if you have a just small team, that one person can say, hey, I'm going to visit this many times. This one, not as many times, but a couple times. Zone C, even a little bit less, but we're still going to nurture it because they can refer to you, right? And Zone C, you see, it's gyms, daycares, and ER. It's a little bit further and different. So that's how you want it to look when it comes to, I guess, heat mapping and geozoning. Super simple. Just remember, in your mind, you should know, everybody in your team should know this is where in the community, or this is where in our location or our environment or where we're at, our city, this is where most of the people we want to come second most, third most, fourth most, and so forth, right? Now that you got that down, you're like, I want all the people from that school, from Zone A to come. I want all the people from Zone B to come to Zone C. How often should I visit? I'm going to visit them all the time, especially from Zone A. They're so close. Or you may be thinking the opposite. Zone A is so close, they see us all the time. I don't want to annoy them. I'm not going to go to them all the time. As opposed to Zone C, I will. All these things come to your mind. But don't worry, I got you. Step 4, you want to design a rotational visit system. And that's just fancy for, hey, let's just take turns visiting. It's the don't be annoying plan. That's what we call it here. If you visit people too much, they get tired of you. If you never visit, they forget you. So visit just the right amount. Think of it like checking in on friends. That's exactly how I want you to think about it. So group 1, let's just say they're the Zone A, right? They're your top tier BFFs. We'll call them your BFFs. And visit them every 2 weeks. Stop by, say hi, share something quick and helpful, or give them a small tip sheet, right? That can help them improve their patients' quality of lives. Tier 2 would be good friends. You visit them once a month. Bring something special just for them, like a recap of an event you did together, some videos, even treats, things like that. What I like to do is just go in there and ask, hey, can I have some more of your information so I can give it to our patients? They would love it. Tier 3, they're considered acquaintances. Visit them every quarter or every 3 months and do something bigger for them, like a fun giveaway, or you guys can partner up on a community event and so forth. Here's some real life examples that we've done and utilized that you can as well. One would be, hey, here's that quick tip sheet or the quick guide we talked about for checking kids' breathing. All you got to do is this. Here, you can hand it. If you want, I can make more printables just so you can hand it out to your patients, things like that. Next one is, hey, 2 patients you sent us are doing awesome. Look at these beautiful before and after pictures, and then you show it to them. You can even have them printed it out and give it to them. If they ever refer patients to you, and when they refer patients to you, because they will, if you do this strategy, always follow up with them and even show them before and after pictures or the reviews and things like that. They would love it. Or you can also say, hey, next month we're doing a free smiles check at the middle school. So any event that you're doing in the area, let others know as well. And they will at the same time be happy about it, but they'll love it if you hey, give us some of that information. Our patients would love to see that. Or, hey, our patients go to that middle school too. Or they'll find something where it's relatable and you'll find something where it's relatable, and you can amplify that event just by doing that alone. And at the same time, if you need a way to get in there, what I love to do is, let's just say I have an event coming up and I go into the place of business. I'll go into their ER or anything like that and say, hey, we're going to be coming up here on the middle school doing an event for them. That's awesome. Was wondering, by any chance, are you guys going to be a part of it too? No, we're not, right? Or yes, we are. If they are, perfect, beautiful. I'll see you there. If they say, no, we're not going to be there, then just say, oh, no worries. Could I have some of your information on hand so I can put it in our hygiene kits that we give out to the people at the event? I know they would love to have your information on hand. And then at the same time, it's, more business for you guys. We can promote you. We'd love to have that information on hand because they do ask about that type of services or those type of things at the events. They would love that. They're going to say, yeah, definitely. Of course, let me get some information. And you're building a stronger rapport with them. You can put 2 or 3 cards in 100 hygiene kits or 1 card in 2 to 3 hygiene kits. They don't know that you're keeping some of the cards or giving them all out. They're just happy that you're thinking of them. And that's what you're doing. You're thinking of them, keeping them on top of mind. And then once they give you information, they say, cool, awesome. Hey, could I ever give you guys some of the information for the event that we're going to be doing? And just in case anybody here is interested, maybe you have children or maybe your patients are going to the middle school or they're going to the event. We'd love to see them there, right? But you're keeping that relationship active. And they're going to say, yeah, sure, give us some of that information. Or you can just straight up give your information. Hey, could we ever give you guys some of our information as well? Boom. And then you have the opportunity to give your information. So that's what I like to do personally. Me, I just go ask for their information, say, if I'm going to be at an event, love to have your information that I can put in our hygiene kits. And now you're building a stronger rapport with them. So make sure you do that. Make sure you do step 4, take turns visiting. Remember, you have BFFs, good friends, and acquaintances. BFFs every 2 weeks, good friends once a month, acquaintances every 3 months. And with the 3 months, what you want to do with the acquaintances is design something, create something, a community event or a big giveaway that you guys can do together. Okay. Step 5, psychographic personalization. This is huge. Now, in one of the podcast episodes, I believe it was with Lisa Grogan, we discussed psychographics. And I thought that was very interesting because we always talk about demographics, but never psychographics. And what that means, it's you really want to go beyond job titles. Identify the emotional hooks, but here you want to identify that with each influencer group. So that means learn what they care about most. The fastest way to win someone's help is to make their priorities your priorities. Most people try to get referrals by talking about themselves. Here's what we do. Here's why our practice is great. But that's backwards. If you notice, all of our strategies never ever do that first. Instead, figure out what they already care about and show them how working with you helps them achieve their own goals. So how to find out what they care about? Instead of guessing, use these techniques. Ask smart questions. That's number 1. When you first meet or you're in casual conversation, just ask, hey, and you can ask one of these questions. You don't have to ask all. What's the biggest challenge you see with your patients or students or readers or whoever their target population is? Ask that. What's the biggest challenge you see with your, and then boom, your customers, your students, your residents, your patients? Next question is, if you can make one thing easier in your job, what would it be? And you'll notice front offices love being asked this, especially if you're deep in conversation. Just, hey, if you can make one thing easier in your job, because you look really busy and productive, and I know that the team here is so thankful for your work. But if you can make one thing easier, what would it be? And they'll let you know. Third question is, what's been the most rewarding thing you've worked on lately? But these are smart questions. As you can probably tell, I mainly ask the second one all the time. Maybe they're answering phones or they're working or they're busy. And I'm like, man, you guys are so busy. And I always hear so much fantastic things about this place, especially about what you do. Your reviews speak for themselves. Awesome. I was wondering if you can make one thing easier here, especially for what you do, because you do a lot, what would it be? Now, I could just have met them for the first time, but I'm still being appreciative. I'm showing them that I care and I care about their work. They're going to love that. And then at the same time, they're going to answer that question with authenticity. And that's what you want. Note that down. Now, once you ask those smart questions, number 2, you want to listen for emotional words. They'll say things like, I worry about, or it's so frustrating with. Note that down. Write these down. These phrases reveal their emotional hook. That's what you want. I worry about when my patients do this, or it's so frustrating when my patients do that. Emotional hook. Now you can develop a psychographic, right? And 3, you want to observe their environment. Just look at what's on their desk, bulletin board, website, check their social media for what they post, see what events they attend or sponsor. This helps you a lot. Now, here's how you can do it. You can kind of create a sheet or a list, and this is in the sphere of influence as well. All this is in the ground marketing course, but you want to have an influencer type, what they care about, and practical action you can take. So if it's a pediatrician, what they care about is they want to prevent long-term airway, speech, and development issues in kids. So you can create ready-to-use printables with diagrams and easy checklists for parents, drop them off quarterly with updates on new research or your latest screening successes. The next influencer type would be school nurse. Maybe they want students healthy and parents to trust the school. So create some kits. You can call it braces care at school, right? And it's a small pouch with wax, toothbrush instructions, and offer a 15-minute training for staff and provide flyers for parents in English and Spanish. The next one could be a mom blogger, and she wants fresh and helpful and engaging local content for her audience. Offer a co-branded Smile Journey series with before and after photos, parent tips and giveaways, and provide pre-written blog copy so it's easy for her to post. And that's the thing I think we kind of tend to forget is you don't have to just share one article. You can share a series. It can be video content, a video series, right? It can be written content, but make it as easy as possible for them to just upload it and that's it. Hygienist. They want their patients to finish treatments so they see better results. So maybe create a treatment completion partner reward program, right? Give them updates with their referrals, complete treatment, and maybe a small thank you gift as well. So you want to create this. Okay, this is the influencer type. This is what they care about, which is their emotional hook. And then this is the practical action you can take to help them. Always remember, you want to be the solution for their pain point, okay? Not the solution for just a symptom. So dive deep into these questions and ask so you can get the pain point. Any of those questions, if you listen to the emotional words, that's the pain point. Identify the influencer, what they care about, and then take practical action. Now, here's 3 mistakes you want to avoid. Obviously, number 1, talking about yourself first. That's immediately going to trigger like, hey, you're trying to sell. I don't like it. I'm going to trust you less. 2, giving generic gifts or generic info. If everyone gets the same thing, it feels impersonal. Don't do that. 3, you forget to close the loop. If they refer someone, update them on the outcome. This is going to build loyalty. A good rule to remember is it's not about what you want, it's about what they value. So remember that. And what you can do is create an internal scoring system for each micro target. Now, this is something one of the members in our ground marketing course does, and it's fantastic. So you only have so much time. So you want to spend it with the friends who can help the most. And it's like making a scoreboard to see who's at the top. And they kind of call it the influence index. And you can find this in the ground marketing course too as well. We put it in there. And it's finding your top friends. And you just score them, finding your top referrals. So here's how to give points. There's 5 ways. Number 1, how close are they? If they're super close to your office, they get more points than someone far away. 2, who sees the problem first? If they notice something before anyone else, like a pediatric doctor or pediatrician who spots a problem early, they get more points. Number 3, who gets to make big decisions? If they can say yes without asking someone else, they get more points. 4, how fast they reply. If they answer quickly and actually help, they get extra points. And then 5, how many people they can tell. If they know a lot of people, they get more points. Base your system off these points. So if you're at the end of the day, you look and you're like, oh snap, my highest points are ER doctors, or my highest points are general dentists, or my highest points could be a local support group or community or whoever. Those are the ones who are your BFFs. Those are the ones who you're going to nurture and get closer to you. And you're going to get more referrals from them. And what you can do is write down everyone who could help you, give them points in each category, and then add all the points together, and boom, that's how it looks. And here is a screenshot of how that looks. It's going to be in the ground marketing course. And you can see influencer, proximity to practice, see the problem first, decision, and just give them points. And boom, at the end, you can see the total score. Whoever has the highest score, that's who we're nurturing most, right? So the summary here is, number 1, you want to target symptom environments, not just age brackets. So think of the symptoms and where those symptoms live. 2, rank every contact based on influence and referral potential. Do they have a high influence, high referral potential? That's my people. 3 is map your city, right? Remember the hot zones, geotagging, map your city into hot zones for opportunity. That way your team knows, hey, who's visiting hot zone number 1? That's a hot zone. And then your team will know, are we visiting hot zone 5 this quarter? Yeah, we have to. Okay, cool. 4, schedule structured outreach. So you want to outreach strategically. 5, tailor the message. And then 6, use data. Now, in the next part 2, we're going to be discussing how to form referral first relationships. Now, this is not going to be lunch and learns. There's no pitching. It's just proven scripts that we're going to be sharing that we've utilized and we continue to do all the time. And that's one thing I think I really want you to understand and hone in on is here what we do, the ground marketing course and the ground marketing lab, right? We teach through action. That's one of our core values. We only share strategies we've tested and proven. And as you know, we care about measurable impact, not vanity metrics. So results over noise, always. Everything has been tested, proven, and sharpened. So in part 2, we're going to be discussing these scripts that you can utilize to build these referrals, get your foot in the door and make it happen. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you want all the scripts right now, and if you want what we discussed in this episode, the templates, the guides and everything, go into the ground marketing course and become a member. I'd love to see you in there. Our members are seeing incredible results. I'm going to put a link in the show notes below. You can just see the results that they're getting already. But I'd love to see you in the ground marketing course. So go in the show notes below, click on the first link in the show notes below, and I can't wait to see you in there. But in the next episode, we're going to continue with this part 2. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next episode.